While Peter may be best known for being driven, hardworking and successful in his business endeavours, many may be unaware of his charitable deeds, passion to give back to his community, and unwavering generosity.
My name is Anne Roberts, and I'm manager of the Brent Family Support Project in Harlesden. I met Peter a long time ago when he was 11 years old. I got to know his mother, and I got involved with the family. And the only thing I saw about Peter when I went to his house to talk with his mum concerning issues within the borough of Brent, in Harlesden where he lived, I could always see the back of this young man's head, and he was just walking from one room to the next. And he was the person I went to talk about how I could help in that family. And one day I went to a church. The pastor called a name, and she said something about Peter Murray, and I thought, that name rings a bell. So afterwards I approached her and I said, I heard you call the name of a young man. Who is he? And she showed me this young man and said, would you give me permission to talk with him? Oh, yes, certainly. So I went and I asked him his name. He said, yes, he is. I said, is your mother XYZ? Yes. I said, did you live at the... He said, yes. He said, and he looked at me and said, do you know me? I said, I know you, about you, a lot about you. I said, talk to me. So we were talking, and then he realized that, yes, I do know him. He said, I was a little naughty. No, he said it. And after we decided to meet, we arranged to meet, and he came to the project that I run. We had a good talk, and he was talking to me about what his advancement in life had been, how he progressed and so on. His mother had died. And what impressed me about him was that he got help within that community. I suppose that would be the next question. And he said he wanted to do something to help other people and give back into the community. And I thought that was so lovely. We don't usually find that. People say thank you and they're off. And many times you don't see them again. But not this young man. Not this young man. And I was really impressed. Yes, I see that he has a lot to give. It might well be in situations where, sometimes we feel that I don't want to feel that I'm showing off or whatever. Situation like that. I said, no, but you've got it. That you give it. Yes, he wants to give it and so on, but he doesn't want to feel that I'm the big one. Yeah? He would like to share. He likes that sort of thing, like sharing and so on. Not to take any superiority over anybody because I know more than you, whatever. And it's really imbibing, imparting into other people's lives and so on, to build people up. We come alongside families who are dysfunctional and who have lots of problems, particularly with teenagers. And we're able to address issues that they had not seen or things that they really, really need help with. When he asked me what I do, and then I explained to him about working with families, I remember him distinctly saying, you still do that? I said, yes, I still do that, and we've been having lots of success with families, getting them back together again, the unit of society, because many times we find that these situations where money is spent on looking after the community and getting things in order in the community. But the thing is, the community is made up of those people within houses, within homes. And if we can fix the homes, the community will be better. So we started there, the root really, in the homes. And he asked me, I said, yes, that's what I'm saying. He said, you still do that? Yes, I still do that. We have lots of success. And he said, well, how are you financed? I said, don't even go there. And then he started to talk about, so I said, why did you ask that? He said, well, it would be interesting to find out. He didn't come forward and say he would like to. He said, but what he did say was, I'd like to give back something to the community because it has helped me, to the organization, because it's helped me. I said, that would be fine. We don't usually get those promises. And afterwards I explained, and he said, you know what, I do a charity. Because we were not funded at that time. It actually phased out. We're not really fully funded. I was paid at one time, and since 1999 I haven't had a salary. So I'm working voluntarily. We work with volunteers, very committed people who care about other people. And when he realized really what the organization was really doing, letting people understand every individual is important and you are needed. You can make an impact in the community. You can change your community for the better. And then all that sort of thing came up, and we said, look here, is there any way I can help? And I nearly really jumped to the roof. And I said, what can you help to do then? He said, actually, I have a trust, and I will talk with my trustees and see what we can do to help, because I really would like to give back something to help in the community. And I thought that's very noble of you, because as I said before, we don't get that sort of thing. We get a small amount every year to do a party from another organization, very small amount. And every year they do that, but that would never take us anywhere. We are grateful, but what I would like to say is, if it had not been for the PJM Trust, there's no way we could do what we do. It's a lot of visiting in hospitals, and if people get into prison, we go there. It doesn't matter where it is. We started first with the young mums, and then because I got the fathers involved, who they must assume the responsibilities for the children. So we had the mother and the child and the father, and the name was changed to Family Outreach Project. But then having the mothers now, because I used to teach English, and I would get them back on their feet, and now they're looking for jobs and so on. It means that grandparents stepped in, and cousins who were not working and could look after the children. So the mothers went out to work. So now it's everybody now, the extended family, and we are doing the Brent Family Support Project. Nobody's exempt, but it's wonderful. It's really good to see the lives of people change. People must know that they are important. Everybody is important. And just many times it's just needing a bit of guidance and so on, but I found Peter really, really good and interested in what we were doing. It's a sort of thank you very much and nice to hear from you. He did something about it. I've just written my report for March, which I'm to submit. I want to send Peter a copy of it. I've written it for the board of directors. Very intense work, but very rewarding. Very rewarding. We have now updated our advertising leaflets, and that costs us as well. Whenever we upgrade, we have to pay for it, of course. We get reprints depending on what else extra. We did IT as well. At the moment, we can't do IT because we haven't got we had to get rid of those computers. So we're not doing IT now. But I teach English. I do English because a lot of English second language and that sort of, you know. But most of the money really goes with traveling to visit, and that's costly. Traveling is costly. Yes, it's costly. Sometimes I pay somebody to look after clothing for people. Their washing and so on are concerned. A lone mother, if she can't afford to, she's in hospital. What happens with her women? Who cares for her? We don't ever give money for housing because that's not our remit. There's a council and we support them with that sort of thing, getting in touch with councillors and so on and speaking on their behalf.
I grew up with Peter, so he's my brother's age, he's 4 years younger than me. So I knew Peter from a very young age. And again, I was an older guy to them, and you know, I don't know, some of them looked up to me. So yeah, I knew Peter. I've known Peter now for about 40 odd years. Peter was the same as everyone else. We all followed that reckless lifestyle because we had limited opportunities, you know. He was always a nice guy, always polite, and you know, I think Peter fell in, you know, he was doing things that, you know, criminal activities, I should say, yeah, on a small scale. Always dressed well. Like last time I remember seeing him back in the day, we was wearing velvet suits and crocodile skin shoes. Pete had a green velvet suit. I can't forget that one. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I think he had a green one and a purple one. Yeah, and that's what I remember. It's either green or purple or both. That's the last I remember Peter back in the day when we was teenagers. Yeah, and then there was a big break. Peter sort of disappeared, years later, I was back in prison about 1983, 1984, and what we do is we decorated ourselves with pictures of models, right? Our picture board had Vogue magazine and that, which was American stuff. So we used to put that all over the ourselves. So I ordered some magazines, and there was a magazine called Pride. I think Black Pride or Pride, London magazine. And I flipped through the pages and I was reading it like you do. You've got a lot of time to read in there. And I'm reading every bit of it, I've got a lot of time. And I saw Peter Murray's name. So I thought, is that Peter I know? But it was, because when I read the articles, there was a lot about Harlesden, and even I saw one of my friends on the cover, Lawrence Fear, and he was on the cover with his wife, and very impressive. And I thought, well done, Peter. I was a bit taken back by his success. I had a nice flat in Willesden, and I looked across the road. There was a sort of all the estate agents across there, and there was this purple Mercedes SL, right? Purple again, so it must have been a purple velvet suit. I must be right there, because I saw a little figure coming, a little short man coming out. I shouldn't say that, but I looked and thought, ain't that Peter? When I went across, I think I read the number plate, and then I saw him, and it was Peter. And I was like, wow, this guy, he's moving boundaries, he's moving real sharp. He's dressed sharp, and he was in the estate agents, and he had a nice car outside. I was still at it. He's 4 years younger than me, I was still at it, and I just thought, like, I was in awe of him, I thought, like, this, so I asked him, Peter, what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm doing a bit of business here, with estate agents and such forth, and, it made me think. It kind of was a wake-up call for me to see him doing so well, and knowing that I'm just sort of like on the same thing that was on all them years ago, basically. Next occasion was Facebook. So I connected to the Facebook with all my friends and old friends. So one of them was Peter, and I had a photo. I remember I had a photo done with Jon Snow. So he interviewed me for something on a picture, and although you're friends with people, they don't really engage with you that much because they see people. And Peter straight away said, well done, Freddie, you're doing well, and this and that. Really nice, So me and him started really talking a lot now, and every now and then, complimenting each other's stuff. And by that time I was doing Reform Foundation, and of course he was had his companies and doing well. I suppose the next question would be, how did we sort of how did we get on after that? And and what it was I put out an ad because my business relies on funding, and there was a lot of black gang killings going on, and I work with gangs and the youth, and I was very concerned, which everyone seemed to be at the time, but we never had no money. We got our funding cut, and we were trying to put in an initiative where we can support these youth. Started at 14 and going away and living this criminal lifestyle, and at 49, 50, I managed to turn it around and started, I'd done a degree in law, started studying, passed a few examinations, journalism and such. And I wanted to do something to help people like myself, because what I realised, it was a lot of people got caught in a time trap for my generation, and that has a resounding effect on the youth. There was a lot of people that followed my path. Yeah, a lot of people look up to me and follow my path. So it's got to a stage now where it's all gangs, and a lot of people kill each other. A lot of these little guys are killing each other. They might be cousins, they might be neighbours, their mums and dads might be friends. It's happened a few times, and it's just very puzzling and very concerning. So there's a lot of people that never got involved who are doing quite well today, right? That we went to school and grew up with, right? They're just average people doing well. And then there's us lot who are the hardcore group, right? And out of all of us, a lot of people are dead, a lot of people have been doing big sentences, a lot of people are mental health, have got serious mental health issues now, quite a lot of them. There's only a few that have come out the other side.
Oh, Peter, what shall I tell you? You're a godsend, you're a blessed man, and we really, really admire you. I think I want to say something in the sense, if I had my way, on your happy day, all the birds would sing for you, all the bells would ring for you, all the flowers would bloom for you, and all the sunbeams come to you, if I had my way.
Well done for getting to 50, and your influence has been felt not only just by me, but by a wealth of people. I want to thank you, and hope you enjoy this birthday, and I look forward to celebrating with you on Saturday.
From all of us here today, with true sincerity, happy birthday, Peter.